Happy Tuesday. The Mariners are riding a 9-game winning streak heading into Kansas City today. Seattle improved to 82-68 with their 7-game home sweep of St. Louis and the LA Angels. Kansas City has slipped in the AL wildcard race and sit at 500 at 75-75. Logan Gilbert is on the mound for Seattle while Michael Wacha goes for the Royals. That game underway right now on Root Sports Northwest. Houston beat Texas last night 6-3 to close the gap with Seattle to a half game. In the American League West, the Rangers dropped to 3.5 games back. Well, the Seahawks are back home following an impressive 31-17 win on the road in Pittsburgh on Sunday. Seattle got its running game going against the Steelers as Kenneth Walker III rushed for 13 times for 105 yards and a score. Coach Mike Macdonald says a successful running game is based on all 11 players finishing.
Our run game right now, when we're on the same page and we're targeting it right, and all 11 are determined to finish the play the right way and sustain blocks, we have an effective run game. When we're missing parts of that equation, our run game isn't where it needs to be, and I think that's very clear on tape. I think it should be a point of optimism for our guys to understand there's a lot of room for growth, and that plays an example of when it comes together, what can happen. And in my opinion, we should expect to score a touchdown on that play. You know, we got to get the safety blocked. And I think Ken can make that guy miss and go score.
Seattle's tied for second in the NFL with Cincinnati for fewest penalties with 11. Pittsburgh's 7 penalties leads the league with the fewest. Coach Mike Macdonald was asked about how he coaches away from being penalized.
We have a spectrum on how we treat penalties here. There's cost of doing business penalties, where we're living on the edge and some things happen, and then there's some selfish penalties that we want to avoid as much as possible. So fortunately, I think we're limiting the selfish ones right now, which is what we need to continue. So what goes into it, I'm not really sure. I mean, you got to understand the rules. You got to coach it. You got to coach those situations that you're going to end up in. There's discipline involved. I think there's a connection that's required for us to play together. I don't know. Hopefully that's a good enough answer. I don't know. I wish I had the secret answer to that one.
Byron Murphy had one of his best games statistically since being drafted in the first round by the Seahawks in 2024. Coach Macdonald says he was excited to see the reaction of his teammates on the line more than Murphy's reaction itself.
Yeah, I think we're looking at good process going into good result. So it's not like he practiced harder this week or he prepared any differently or anything like that. He's doing those things all the time. When I was most fired up about him was like to see how happy Jaron Reed is for his success, to see how happy Leo is for him to finally make plays, because those guys are the ones that are working with him and playing next to him all the time. So to see him have the production to back up his work ethic, I thought, and have them be really excited for him, I thought was the coolest part.
Seattle's defense was able to pressure Aaron Rodgers into 2 interceptions and 3 sacks. Macdonald says that's about solid play up front.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think we take pride in being able to create pressure multiple ways. This game, for several reasons, we felt like not pressuring was the best thing to do to try to win us the game. Personally, a lot of it was how well our front was rushing, and some of the coverage that we felt like we needed to play to limit explosives, and just what we felt like was going to help us, going into the game. But we want to be able to do it multiple ways. Take pride in being able to pressure from off the ball at all different positions. But I think probably the cleanest answer is just how well the guys are playing up front.
Seattle's back home this Sunday to face the New Orleans Saints at Lumen Field. That'll start at 1:05 on CBS. 8 prep girls soccer matches take center stage across north central Washington today. Chelan is hosting Manson. Liberty Bell visits Okanagan, while Brewster's hosting Lake Roosevelt, and Pateras travels to Tonasket. The later games feature Davis at Moses Lake. Kashmir visits Wapato, and Cascade is hosting Bridgeport. NCWLIFE Channel will broadcast a Big 9 soccer clash between Wenatchee and West Valley tonight at 7 o'clock. Join Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen with the pregame coming up at 6:50. The Rams are 2-0, and this will be their first league match of the season. Wenatchee 1-0-1, and coming off a scoreless tie with Meade over the weekend. Well, a busy volleyball schedule already underway today with Oroville hosting Curlew. Cascade plays at Etiat, while Tonaskett's at Republic. Eastmont travels to Sunnyside, while Othello is hosting Ephrata. Riverview is at Quincy. Wapato hosts Cashmere. Chelan's at Omak. Cascade hosts Bridgeport. Lake Roosevelt travels to Liberty Bell, and Waterville Mansfield hosts Garden City Academy. 7 o'clock matches have Wenatchee at West Valley, and Moses Lake plays on the road at Davis. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.